Well, it's been not that long of a winter. It always seems a little bit longer when you get a ton of snow dumped on you. There's my babies right there. Yeah. This is February 14th, Valentine's Day. I narrowly avoided the frying pan today when I realized what day it was, and I hopped in the car to make sure the wife was happy. She beats me. Anyway. Yeah, so we had about 20 inches of snow dumped on us over the past couple of days, and now it seems like we got to warm up, and there's a lot of stuff happening now. It's just melting, so thank God. But my girls in back, way in the back there, you can see the coop with a pen. They'd never come out in this snow. No way. And you know what? My squirrels and my girls, they got to get their exercise, so I dig them a path going around the yard so they can do their little routine. I even cut them a little halfway mark so, you know, they got a little variety or whatever. I always got to burn stuff. Hey, Glenda. So, yeah, they come up right to the house and into the back where I keep the straw, but I got it covered so they don't poop all over it. And yes, they do poop everywhere, so it's a labor of love. This is what I do. So hopefully we get rid of some more of this. It's always good to have a little fire pit. When you're in an urban situation, I live in the suburbs, so I put up this monster fence here. I don't know why. They put a 3-foot chain link fence there when I bought the place, and you can just walk up and step over it. So I went in and I took the chain link out. It was in a curb. They poured a curb, and it was just a mother to get sorted out. Had to trim up these bushes a little bit, but for the most part, it turned out really nice. This thing, it would take a tank to drive through it. But you know, whenever you have chickens, you want to have at least a 6-foot fence. They can jump, let me tell you. I'm going to have to put up a gate here. Everybody's complaining about coming out on the deck and stepping in poop. And yes, let's take a closer look. Yeah, right. See that? Yummy. Where's that? Where's a bag of tortilla chips when you need one, right? So they come up the stairs. I keep the little door propped open so they can come in when it's colder. They got to get their exercise. I know they get cabin fever when they get stuck in that coop. It was my mud room. Now it's my straw and chicken poop room. I'm going to have to do something about that. The wife's always on top of me. Let me rephrase that. She's always on my back about getting poop all over the mud room or whatever. So, yeah, 3 foot high. I went ahead and extended this, put some more of that machine cloth in there, and then I'm just going to, on the outside in the driveway, I'm going to put planters along the bottom and grow ivy up. I don't want my girls to see anything outside of their little world back here. So now that the chicken coop is done, it was sort of scattered out, some of those clips from September, October, most of September. It took me to do it, and then I got the hens later. Got a little area here for my squirrels. And my birds. But anyway, when it gets cold, you need to get a sheet, a couple of rolls of this plastic, and I just overlapped it, man. It keeps the wind out, and I'll tell you, when it's windy and it's below zero and you step inside and close that door, you can definitely feel a difference in temperature. So I went ahead and trimmed up those bushes, or the branches, like I said I was going to. And I went ahead and, since they prefer natural type roosts, I went ahead and just trimmed them down and put them in. But as you can see, plastic all the way around and over the top. This is going to get fixed. Another thing that I didn't consider is, if you see how that bows down, the tree above, yeah, we get a lot of snow on top of this, so you got a lot of weight to consider. So I'm going to have to reinforce this when it's a little drier out. But all the way up to the roof here, I went ahead and picked up some of this from Menards. It was like $35 a panel. 2.5 by 8 foot sheet in the summer. And then I buy it in the winter and it's like 20 bucks a sheet. So, you know, there you go. Always buy stuff out of season and save it for later if you can think of it. So yeah, I don't have a whole lot of problem with that. I wanted to keep that clear so they can get as much sunlight in from the top. And then of course they're gonna have that mulberry tree right there fill in, and they're gonna have a nice little treat. And I'll give you a little pointer on how to make a maggot feeder. Yes, it sounds nasty, but unlimited protein supply for your chickens, and it costs practically nothing. But that's going to be in a later video. I just put this tarp over it just to kind of help keep in the heat. There's some bricks in the back still. I kind of put that through the plastic or whatever. So they're laying now. It took them about 5 months to start laying. My baby still isn't laid. She's probably about another 3 or 4 weeks away from that. Another thing you want to consider is you wouldn't believe how quick water can freeze. And I don't care how warm you think the inside of a coop is. In a very short, separate video, I'll show you how I made that little guy right there. That's just an end cap for some duck work. You can get that in Menards. I think that was about $8. It was a 1 by 2 foot sheet, and I had to cut it down, and there's a landscaping block underneath it. I'll show you that in another video. But anyway, you need one of these. I've seen water heaters, and it's not something that you'd want to put on straw. And these girls, they're outdoors, you know. So, there we go. So you got the thermostat and everything in there. Yes. Very happy these girls are. And that door's going to come off probably in the summer. I just threw up a quick track just to kind of keep the elements out. But once we take this roof and go all the way apart, I'm going to have to do a little cutout so I can get around that tree. Then, you know, we're going to continue this straight on across that way. We got a few little drips here. That's okay. That's just kind of right where it goes into the plastic. But you can do this. You can do this, but you have to take your time. The wood is the cheapest part of it, but all the trim and hardware, that's where the bill starts to significantly go up. But I look in Farm and Fleet and Big R and these little chicken coop setups that they sell you for $300 or $400, or these little 1 by 1. My God, save your money. You know what I mean? Make your own. If you're going to do this, it's going to be a lot of work. Okay? And do your research. Watch my first video. And if you need something more in detail, let me know, and I'll put together a better video for that. Hey, Glenda. Hello, Glenda. Hello, Glenda. Okay, well, forget you then. There goes my girl. There goes my girl. There goes my girl. Yes, that's my P. P, 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 P. P, P. This is P-Dog. Yeah. She's my girl. You know, once they start getting to laying age, and you take the time and talk to them, they're like any other animal. And even though they are pretty low on the food chain, they are very intelligent animals with a very, very good memory.